Yeah. Here we are. So I thought we could talk about just what you've been saying and kind of, I guess, your behavior over the last 30 days.
Okay,
Because
fair
I
enough.
think you're self-destructing, um,
I think
and
so.
I don't know why you're doing it. So maybe somebody has to explain this to you. I guess I can try. I think you become obsessed with the cow board, and I think you're attributing a political motivation for their behavior. The cow board has pre-existed the alt-right online as you know it for years now. It's jumped between different hosting sites. It's been on 789 chan, 888 chan. Now it's on 8 chan. It's always been dedicated to fucking with people that spurg out. Anytime they get a reaction, they're going to follow through with it. And for the last 30 days, you've been giving them nothing but reactions. And so it
I
just continually escalates because you're feeding into that. I mean, you're doing what Chris Chan would do, or DSP would do, or any of those kind of figures would do. And the more you say, these are the alt-right that are targeting me, these are the bad guys that are coming after me, the more they're going to play into that. They're going to call themselves that. They're going to talk about that. They're going to say, execute order 88V. We're coming for you. You need to recognize that there are different groups on the internet with different ideologies and mentalities and in-group preferences and their own fucking language and their own fucking culture. And you have stepped in a pile of shit because these people like to fuck with people and they're going to do it however it's going to get them laughs.
the trolls.
Well, no, I would say don't cry about it. That's what's drawing it. It's like this Reddit mindset. I, I I think there's a disconnect between what I would consider you guys, which is kind of a Reddit mindset, and an image board mindset. And I don't get it. I don't get how people that were a part of Gamergate can turn around and be like, oh, we're getting harassed and doxxed and stalked, and oh my God, it's all these evil people doing this. It rings similar to the shit that I heard during Gamergate from fucking Zoe and Anita and Woo and all of the others. You're going to have people mixed in there that are just trying to fuck with people for laughs. And you've stumbled directly into a group of that, V. And you're saying, well, I'm not saying it's a cowboard. I fucking am.
Hmm.
I'm saying they're fucking with you because you're entertaining them. Talk about blood sports, and what do we have? We have Quartering doing a video saying, don't go on blood sports, you're going to get doxxed. You're saying, don't go on blood sports, you're going to get doxxed. You have other people. It's the same thing. Brandon Wu
Yeah,
saying, oh, these gamer
the
gators are coming
difference.
after, don't interact with them, they're going to get you. You guys are saying, don't interact with the blood sports, it's going to get you. It just feels like, I don't know, man. If you want my honest assessment, it feels like you guys, I'm going to use that collectivist term, but it feels like you guys are maybe a little pissed off something else is out there that has its own audience and that it's doing its own thing. And you kind of had a bad showing on it in a few instances. And maybe there's a little bit of animosity there. I don't know. There's an inevitability that's going to happen once you put that information up. Like you
What
were
is
like,
the?
oh, well, here, I mean, you're like, okay, putting CRP's information up and talking about it or, linking to it or whatever, it's not a big deal. But there's a follow-up to that because look what happened when your information was posted. I mean, you were talking on Twitter about, wow, they sent my mother pictures of me. I saw the picture, by the way. It looks like it was made in paint.
Yeah,
I just don't think you see the logical, drawn-out conclusion of where this is going. And what I'm telling you is, if you want to get into this game of what's acceptable and what's not, I'm going to post this much information, but not this much because I have some moral, line in the sand that I won't cross. You're being stupid because
I
somebody
mean,
is going to cross it, and it's going to be with the information you provided. And when you make public statements about if this is public statements you've made, if it's public information that's not doxing, they're going to take that and then see if you can tolerate it. And so that's exactly what they did. They found your information, they found your address, they found your work information and your educational history, they found your mother's shit, they found anything they could get their hands on and started posting it up. And
I
then
mean,
you start reacting to it, and they're like, holy shit, we got somebody that we can fuck with. And so they amp it up more. Now it's not it's not we just posted his information. Now it's we're going to use the information. And you
yeah,
freak out even more.
no, but if they want to, I guess, show that I have a double standard, well, my definition was that when you post the information with the specific purpose of doing shit to people in real life, then yeah, I consider that doxing. Because people like Tonka asked me, it's like, Andy Worski asked me, do you think what Christy Winters did to Bering is wrong? And that's the reason why I said, yeah, it is, because she did it with the purpose of other people going after him. Now, I can see your point, people stretching the line. But when they posted my information, I didn't care. When they posted my address, my education,
see that
like
statement right there is why they're fucking with you.
Yeah, let me finish, right? Let me finish.
Okay,
It's only when they started calling my mom and scaring the living shit out of her, right? It's when I started caring.
Yeah, but of course, V, again, you're getting into a slap fight with a group of people that don't give two shits about your ideology or your morality. They want to laugh. So when they're trying to fuck with you and you start giving them reactions saying, I don't care, what are you going to do? But they're going to fucking show you what they're going to do. I mean, do you think it's going to stop here? I mean, do you think this is the line they've already? I've been reading these threads. They want to report your ass to the Romanian tax bureau or whatever the fuck that is because they think you're breaking the law taking super jets. They want to fucking contact colleges. They want to contact fucking former employers. They are going to keep pushing it because you keep reacting. And this is what I tried to tell you on Twitter. And this is the same thing I told you with harmful opinions. If you don't know how to interact with people that are trolling you, if you're not good at banter, if you can't handle that kind of shit, don't fucking engage with it because you are going to lose. You are exacerbating the situation. You are like living collateral damage, V. You are a walking fucking firestorm for anybody associated with you because your interactions are provoking a reaction, and that reaction is now spreading to other people associated with you. So when Sargon gets fucked with, when what were the other ones, Louis or the Quartering or whoever, if they end up getting fucked with,
Arch,
they can send their thank you to you because this thread and all this shit is because you couldn't stop interacting with them because you said shit like, doesn't bother me. What are you going to do? I'm cool with it. Or you host a thread or you host a stream saying, anybody from Cow here, press 1. Don't poke at the fucking beehive if you can't handle the stings, my friend.
And they would say, well, you know, maybe it's right not to step up. Maybe.
No, what they're going to say is, let's not fuck with the cow board like idiots. They're going to say, look how it turned out for V. That's what they're going to say. They're not going to have shit to say about Bloodsport.
And if people say, okay, going on a stream and having these debates is fucking with the cow board, you know, I'm not going to say that this is something.
No, V. I'm not saying anything about the debates. I'm saying you have directly got into a slap fight with them, and this is a result of that. It has jack shit to do with Bloodsports. It has jack shit to do with the alt-right. You have got into a slap fight with them. That is what this is. This is like, I mean, this is like people that used to say, I'm going to take down ED. I'm going to teach the hate machine at B a lesson. Dude, you are in a losing fight, and it's not going to work out well for you. And people that would see those kind of situations play themselves out wouldn't say that it was anything else than their direct confrontation with those entities that went badly for them. I'm not saying that you couldn't be, that you couldn't come out on top if you were really great at banter, you're really funny, or you had a really good point, but it's not working out well for you. That's what trolling is, V. And this is tame. Let me be honest with you. What the shit you're going through is tame. If this had been 5-6 years ago, they'd have been trying to get you to kill yourself on stream. They would have tried to get you swatted. They would have tried to fucking get something horrific to happen to you. There used to be a time when they would get teenagers to live stream their suicides or light their apartment on fire. Or they drove girls to the brink of crying and then her father had a heart attack 3 months later.
I'm curious what the American SWAT team can do in Romania, though. You know,
I don't know. Maybe they contact Romanian military. You have an ISIS cell in your apartment or are going to bomb a mosque. I don't fucking know.
Well, I guess that would be interesting, but Romanian police doesn't just kill people like that. You would, if that were the case, like Romanian government would start an investigation. They wouldn't just mass people to shoot everything that's inside.
But what I'm saying is, it sounds
no,
to me
I get what
like you have an issue with image boards. And if you want, I would highly suggest you don't do this. But if you want to address that, feel free to make a video about it.
I will stop addressing this. I will take what Hanka said and try to man up about it. But my opinion still remains. If you go against the alt-right on any of these image boards, you will be targeted, right? And I hope I'm wrong. You know, I hope that
again, it's like
I know you disagree. I know you disagree.
No. You're not understanding what I'm telling you, and I'm going to drill this into your fucking head. This is not the alt-right. This is not Bloodsport.
I'm not saying it's the alt-right.
And I'm not saying have engaged in a fight with a board called Cow. Lolcow. They are dedicated to fucking with people that spurg out. That is all this is. And you have been spurging out. That is why they are fucking with you and people associated with you.
That is the view of Jim. Now let me tell you
that is the reality of what is happening. You don't see the cycle you've created, V. Anytime listen.
I'll ask someone else to do it.
No. Listen, the eyes of a group of people are on you right now. Any statement you make that they think is going to make you and draw you back into this, they're going to do it. If you're saying, I'll make a video if they target somebody else, they're going to fucking run out and target somebody else because they want you to react, V.
Okay. Well, still,
Just take my advice. Just let it roll off you like water off a duck's ass. Just go do whatever the fuck you're gonna do. Go do the libertarianism thing. Go do your own streams. Interact with whoever you want to fucking interact with. But if you keep feeding this, it's never going to end, and it's going to escalate beyond what it is now, and it's going to go from trolling and fucking with your family to life ruination shit. And when it reaches that level, you're going to have a fucking ed entry about the meltdown of V Monroe. You know what I mean? Like it's just going to escalate. It's fine. Nobody's initial judgment of you, V, was that you were a coward. You're the only one that went on streams when people asked. So nobody's going to give you shit, I don't think, about that. But what I'm saying to you is you really have to let it go, because you're reaching a critical point here, V. And if you go over that tipping point, there's no going back. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just you're naive. I don't know if it's you're that unfamiliar with the internet. I think maybe people these days have forgotten what trolling is, or that there are groups dedicated to fucking with people, and that they don't give a shit about politics. I mean, politics is a guy's anonymous wares to fuck with their targets. They'll be alt-right if you want them to be alt-right. If it's going to fuck with your head, they'll do it. They'll be feminist if you want them to be feminist. Doesn't matter to them. They're just looking to fuck with you. And they will do anything and everything and take any identity on to accomplish that goal. And it amazes me that like people have forgotten that exists, that part of the internet is a real thing. That there are groups that just do that for the fun of it.